Hey people, welcome back to the channel. So today we are be talking. Hey people, welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So today's conversation is about this issue that is on TikTok: why black men aren't going to college. So a lot of people reacted to this conversation. Both men and women have decided to divide this conversation into two: men's reaction and women's reaction. And please don't forget to watch both reactions. So let's get into it, and I'll be back to share my own comment. Please don't go away.
I have 5 siblings, 5 black brothers, and I am the only one to go and finish college out of all of them. Dad on drugs, in and out of jail. Mom on drugs, got taken away from them, placed in foster care until my aunt and uncle retrieved me. I had to stop playing sports in high school because my aunt tried to force me to watch my little brother. I said, that is not my child. I'm going to go get a job instead. When it came to college, I filled out my FAFSA. I did have to ask my aunt and uncle a couple questions, but I filled it out. I submitted it. My mom passed away a few weeks before I got to college. I did get Pell Grants because I used the income of my mom and dad of $0, but I also did have to get student loans on top of that. When I got to college, I decided to pick up track and cross country. Never ran it a day in my life, but I figured, hey, why not? Mind you, when you're running track and cross country, you're running throughout the entire school year. You don't get a break. I did not have a scholarship at first, which means that I did not have extra money, which means that I had a job. Not only was I a full-time student, I was also a full-time athlete, and while everybody else was dilly-dallying, I had to go to work. I also did not have a car my entire college era. My people did not pay for me to go to college, and that aunt who had me stop doing sports in high school, she also wanted me to drop out of college to watch my little brother. I don't know if black men were trying to go to Ivy League schools or D1 schools, and I'm not telling you to go to college or not to go to college, but I will say I went from a JUCO to a D2 school, and the points that y'all are making are just excuses.
Girlies, per usual, I don't think this is our fight, and I'm going to tell you why. Men as a group have the privilege, i.e., male privilege, to decide what issues in our society are worth solving. And then when things go wrong, they get to decide who is to blame. So literally, in a patriarchal society, they can absolve themselves of responsibility when things go wrong and or assign the blame somewhere else. Now, in this discussion about why black men are going to college at a much lower rate than black women, I think toxic masculinity has a huge role to play. Do not get me wrong. Before you come for me, I understand that there are other factors. Of course, black men also face racial oppression, right? They're more likely to experience police brutality, employment discrimination, and incarceration. Sure, those things all play a role. However, men as a group have decided that it is masculine to go out and get a job. It is more masculine to go out and get a job. They should not delay the pursuit of money for an education. So pursuing an education has become a feminine pursuit. So who decides what is masculine and what is feminine? Men do. Women can choose to reject toxic ideas of masculinity all we want, but men are going to have to dictate for themselves what it means to be a man, and only they can change it. When we try to have these discussions about when things go wrong and who is to blame, they are going to blame us, and then nothing gets solved. I think we should stand down.
Entering black men's business. The reason you guys aren't going to college is because of your parents. While the daughters were cleaning the house, looking after everything, organizing themselves, organizing their calendars, doing well in school, your parents were not pushing black men. They were pushing you to sports and PlayStation or to become a rapper. When most black girlies were saying they wanted to be a doctor, engineer, have a trade, something, black men were saying they wanted to be footballers and rappers. That was the problem. You were mucking around in class and everybody just said it was boys being boys. That's the problem. Instead of facing your books, you were facing 2K and FIFA. That was the problem. Speaking as a person who went to a college where the black women probably were 70 to 75, if not 80% of the black population, whereas the men were 15 to 20%. Most of the men that were there were because of sports. It was because of sports. Not because you did well in school, not because your GPA was high. You were there to run track, play basketball. Simple. But at the end of the day, we also have to stop blaming your parents and take responsibility and accountability for yourselves. It is statistically proven that if you go to college, you are more likely to be a higher earner in your life. Having a degree means you probably will make more money. It's increasing the likelihood of making more money in your lifetime. However, because black men weren't conditioned to do anything difficult in their lives, / there's a lack of discipline within the black male community to study, read book, sit down for an hour and do something that you don't want to do to benefit your future self. It's all about fast money, fast money, fast money. And that's why they go and sell drugs. That's why they go and become scammers. Fast money this, fast money that. Even trade school. I'm so sorry, but how many plumbers do you know that are millionaires? How many? How many electricians do you know that are millionaires? Quickly! Start going to college. Go to college. Go to university. Go to school. Do something for once in your life that's not going to give you instant gratification. Station is also for straight black men, okay? The gays were going to college. Period. Struggle a little bit so that you can be successful in the future. Period.
I'm going to tell you why black men ain't going to college like they should be. Too many of them out here glorifying this thug street shit. It all starts at home. Ask me how I know. I'm out here every day with them. I'm in it. They come from broken homes. Where your daddy at? Dead, in jail, ain't around, or just ain't shit. Mama got all these kids struggling, working, not knowing how to pay the bill. First thing little boys do when they see their mama struggling, going through all of this from bad decision making, like I said on my last video. Oh, I gotta go out here, I gotta hustle, I gotta get in these streets, I gotta sell a little something to help mama keep food on the table and lights on. College is hardly ever discussed in most black homes, especially in the inner city, because most black homes are stuck in survival mode. When you stuck in survival mode, you're not thinking about anything with the future. You're not hopeful for the future. All you can think about is, will I make it through the day? Will I make it through the fucking hour? It's cool to be a street nigga now. Listen to the music. Look at the TV shows. Everybody got the, oh, y'all want to play basketball. Then you have the young men that did want to go to school that was trying to figure it out. But guess what? Having uneducated parents that can't help them through the process of getting to college. Most parents don't even know how to help their kids fill out financial aid. They don't even understand what loans and grants are. You know what I'm saying? So the kids out here trying to figure it out, making bad decisions, getting themselves in debt. So the only way out for a lot of the black boys that I know, a lot of them join the military to go to school, or a lot of them join the military to get out of their circumstances, again, because it was so bad. Some of them don't like to use their brain because they feel intimidated by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my whole life I've been told what I'm not, and they're afraid to even challenge themselves mentally because, again, no home support. Ain't nobody building them up saying, you can do it. I got you. I'm going to push you through. What the fuck is the support from home?
Well, don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section below, your reasons or your experience to this issue. Because all I know is, I now understand why they say a black man's enemy is a fellow black man. Like, serious, where is this conversation of this beef coming from? Men out there are doing good for themselves, whether without a college or not. A lot of men who don't go to college are flexing and making good money, while college graduates are always crying about not getting a job because they are overqualified, or maybe they are not satisfied with the salaries. But someone who didn't go to college, they're busy making it because then they don't look at the qualifications or the salary. They just work. In the end, they're making more money and flexing right now. The truth is that don't just say black men don't like go to college. No, but let's generalize this issue. Let's just say men don't like to go to college compared to women, because in each and every race, I've noticed that men don't just like go to college. Reasons, I don't know. Anyway, guys, kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. See you in the next video and stay safe.